everyone, this is Laura. I'm guest hosting on Kapil's page. And I'm very honored to be here, and I'm going to talk a little bit about Moon in Scorpio, what it means. What is the Moon in general? The Moon in your chart shows your feelings and how you express your feelings, and what is how you are when you're emotional, angry, upset. What is your knee-jerk reaction, to things. That is your Moon. And I'm going to discuss what it is to have a Moon in Scorpio. Well, the Moon isn't really that comfortable in Scorpio, and the reason is the Moon's all about expressing your feelings, right? And the Scorpio itself is a secretive sign. It's a mysterious sign. It's not very comfortable in this sign, to be quite honest. People with Moon in Scorpio, it's very hard for them because they have such intense emotions. They feel so deeply. They don't love superficially. It's all or nothing. And I want to say that their relationships with their moms when they were young was probably difficult, or it could be very intense with the mother in some way. But like I said, they love wholeheartedly. They're always one end of the spectrum or another. So either they love you or they hate you. Like I say, they're all encompassing. They're very intense. I want to also say that, Moon and Scorpio people, when they date, it takes a very long time for them to trust you. They don't open up right away. It takes them a while, and once they are comfortable with you, they will give you more personal information about themselves. But pretty much, they keep a lot to their chest. They don't divulge all information about themselves, and they will be very probing to you, though. They'll be asking you a lot of information about yourself. They love to investigate. I want to say careers for them would be research, investigative things. They love to go where taboo subjects, so maybe astrology or psychic stuff, is really interesting to them too. Anything where they have to research. So they make really great psychiatrists or psychologists because they're really good at zoning into what's not being said, and getting to the heart of the matter of the problem. So if you have your Moon in Scorpio, you can be very intuitive, but you don't trust readily right away. So it takes a while for you to trust people. And this does not exclude you're known to do a little research on people too. So if you're dating someone, you may do a little background check, or whatever. Ask your friends about them, what do you know about this guy, or girl. So you're cautious, you're very cautious in the beginning. You don't give too much information about yourself. You want loyalty. You want devotion in a relationship. You want someone who is very passionate and full on like you are. You can be a little possessive, a little bit, and you can be a little controlling, a little bit. And the way that you do this is, let's say you're in the relationship, and not divulging information is also control. You always want control of your emotions, so you don't really show someone what you're thinking. So let's say you think someone's cheating on you, right? Well, you're probably not going to let them know that you think they're cheating on you. You're going to play it cool. You're really good at hiding, like the mask, like poker face. But deep down, you're doing your little research. You're watching them, you're thinking what doesn't come out in the wash comes out in the rinse. You'll figure it out, and you do. I would say don't ever really cheat or lie to a Moon in Scorpio person. They're really good at finding things out. They're little researchers by nature, and they will never ever probably forgive you because they hold on to things. You guys love so deeply that you hang on to, like it's hard for you to. You may forgive, but you don't forget. And I want to say even the forgiving part is a stretch, okay? Because it's like you hurt me once, you will never forget when someone hurts you. That's another thing. You love deeply, passionately, You're very intense in a relationship. I want to say that you could be, your emotions are probably more extreme. Either you're really closed off, or you're very emotional and you could blow up. And this could also be by being more passive aggressive, like holding things within. Not. I don't want to say passive aggressive. I want to say more just being in control of your emotions, not expressing yourself, having that poker face, and not showing what you're really feeling inside. And all of a sudden it can just like blow up, because it's very hard to have a moon in Scorpio, because the moon wants to express itself and it feels comfortable with this. And when you have Scorpios, the sign, it's a fixed sign, so you probably are stuck in your emotions. What you feel, it's not really easily changeable, but you're not, it's not in the moon is not in a spot where you can feel like really expressive, or so you feel kind of bound up, like you can't really show what you're feeling, and like I say, Scorpio moon, they don't love superficially. They're probably not the type to say, like just have like a little fling, they would be more like, I'm all or nothing, I'm in it with both feet or not in it at all. That's kind of how a Scorpio moon is. What else? I'm trying to see if I forgot anything. Really great at keeping secrets. The Scorpio moons are really great at if somebody tells you something, you will not repeat it, you're, like I said, you're secretive by nature. You're kind of like, you don't really divulge too much information. One thing though, in conversations, I have a relative with this, and it's really funny sometimes because I'm kind of open. I have a Cancer moon, so I say how I feel, and my relative who has this, she may ask me a question and I'll respond, oh yeah, my day was like this and this and this, my date was like this is what he did, this is where we went, da 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 da. And if I ask her the same question, a response typical of a Cancer moon, Scorpio moon would, well, hers is kind of like, well, why are you asking me that? Well, I don't want to talk about that. Well, why, I don't, like she's very evasive. And it's like, wow, like, you just asked me the same question. Why are you being FBI agent secretive? And I joke around and I say, this is another FBI agent secretive moment, And it's because that when they're very secretive about their personal lives and about, so I'm an open person, and, I'm open with my friends, and I'm open with my relative, when I talk to her. It's just a lot of times with girlfriends, you exchange, you reciprocate questions back and forth. And I notice with her specifically, she's very, well, I don't want to talk about that, or why are you asking me that? Well, I don't know. Well, like she gets very, like, you could tell it. She's got the brake lights on, you're coming against the wall, and to me it was no big deal. I was just reciprocating the question. Anyway, they can be like that, was my point. So don't be offended. I think it's more of a control thing and a defense mechanism for them, as they really, like I said, trust is a huge thing. They will do research on people if they're not sure or leery of you. Trust is not given with them, it is earned. So you really have to earn their trust. They're not readily, they don't believe things readily. Things have to be proven to them, or they'll do research on it to figure out if this is true or not. But they're very loving, loyal, and they expect that in return. And if you don't give that in return, I want to say, sometimes I laugh at this, I say, they don't get mad, they get even, because you'll never know. Like, let's say that if they're angry with you, they're very good with the poker face, you'll know, because maybe they'll become like totally quiet. They could get super angry too, because their moods are very extreme, so it's either one or the other, what else? I want to say that, like I said too, I think that the relationship with the mom in childhood could have been strained in some way, very intense. There could have been issues there. But other than that, trustworthy, they don't take things at face value. They like pursuing things that are taboo and a little bit, where they have to do a lot of research. They love that stuff. Anyway, this is my information about a Scorpio moon. I hope you enjoyed it and got some information about it. And Kapil, thanks again for asking me to guest spot on your channel. I'm very flattered. And if you guys would like to go to my channel on YouTube, it's Live Visions, and that's LIVEVISIONZ. And subscribe. If not, go to that same name, and .com is my website. And if you want to take astrology classes, you're more than welcome. Anyway, have a good day, and this is my information on Moon in Scorpio. And again, thank you, Kapil. Bye-bye.